Hey guys, back again. So yeah, I did a little bit of channeling to start off my reading. So here it is. A little note to start the show. We'll take off where we felt it was right. In hindsight, you muster the courage to continue the life review whilst it still matters most, while you still have your tale to write. We say, why wait until death do you part, this gorgeous bodily craft, for there's wondrous moments to be had by an ass seen in faded jeans, ripping it up like an Egyptian doing the cat's walk, the path to a blue steel smile. Now you're at the tea's turn, a prose for the roses, your burning bush, baby, go ignite the night. I'm third-eyeing lanterns rising from a flooded Nile. Forming for dreams' sake, make the most of your host in this life. Vision every move as a toast with a runny honey as well. I tell you to play, and I mean in every way. It can be a magical miracle if you so choose, with a please. So release any other idea other than your sneeze has been seen and witnessed by thee. I give it as your bliss sings by living your Elysian wishes. If you dare to, I'll make it a double for your trouble. It'll be trebled. Now go tell him that with a how's that for a masterful handful card pull. I'll tell you it's within the third, the words, what a wonderful world is worth its weight in gold. So go bold and make it beautiful, baby cakes, for heaven's sakes. I love you too, to infinity. Pele says g'day, how's the waves down under? Surf's up when the sun's up, sister. So Pele's coming through. Poseidon too, because I don't have it here, but when I went to the bottle shop today I got myself some beer. There was a Poseidon beer, so I got myself some Poseidon beer. So the Oceanics are coming through. Oh, I've got it here. I've got an empty one here. Poseidon's Pale Ale with a manta ray on it. Limestone coast. He's got, with his big trident there, it looks like he's got octopus legs actually. Wild and free. Smile tone, limestone, anagram it. The smile tone. One tone, smile. I love anagrams. Okay, so we're gonna get started, see what comes out. So I've got these new moon temple oracle decks. We'll see what that one has to say to start, see where we go. Ooh. Illumination, sun and moon. Oh, that's gorgeous. The sun and moon, you know, masculine, feminine illumination. That's freaking great. It's like Ra's on fire. Kind of looks like masculine and feminine, like androgynous. That person could be masculine, could be feminine. What's that black? I'm just getting that black hole sun, like the sun is a bubble, a bubble of a bubble on fire. It's pretty like weird. It's coming through. Like there's something else inside the sun. Beauty, full moon. With that, I'm kind of getting on Arabian Nights, but also like, you know, the dance of 1,000 It's a dance of 100 veils, dance of 100 veils or something like that. Like the teas, like the slow teas. I'd have to look up into that, but like in my head I've got, you know, kind of the belly dancer type Arabian Night kind of vibe, where you're fully covered and one veil comes off at a time until you've removed all what's not you and there's just you left. Maybe that's just like a little metaphor about, you know, you slowly peel off one little veil at a time until you get down to the core of who you are, and then you do a little bit of, you know, belly dancing. Then you're the most inviting creature out there. You know, the layers of you. You know, you could call yourself an onion, or you could call yourself a freaking beautiful belly dancer, removing one veil at a time. And you know, the way you go about it, you could be peeling an onion and crying the entire time, or you could be doing a sexy, sensual belly dance, embracing who you are while you're slowly removing one piece at a time, like making love to life rather than crying the entire time. Wouldn't that be amazing if there was no tears while you were pulling each layer off? But it's a beautiful thought, rather than being an onion that makes you cry and everyone else around you cry. You could be the belly dancer, the enticing, sensual belly dancer, slowly removing each layer while inspiring everyone else around you to start removing layers. Oh my god. And you know, this is it, like perception, right? Like there's so many different ways to look at this like experience, you know, like, and you know, the lighter that you can manage to look at it, especially in your darkest times, the easier you can go. You know, the easier to remove a layer it is. Like, you know, like you know, strip poker. You can always add something extra to make something more fun and revealing. There is a way in every experience. There is a way to actually remove another layer. So it's up to you to make each experience you have, or to, you know, each experience is an opportunity, if you so choose, to make it more sensual, more fun, more revealing. And it's completely up to you, but there is like literally you could turn any you know, it's the way you look at it, and using your imagination, getting jiggy with it, but you know, healing doesn't have to be always so upsetting and serious. Awakening, ascension doesn't have to be, life doesn't have to be so serious, dramatic and terrible, and just see the lighter side of life and try and have fun with it, and try and embrace your own pleasure center and imaginative abilities. Just try to enjoy you as much, and your life, and the people around you, what you have around you, as much as you can. try and look for the opportunities to enjoy it further while you're removing your layers. Let's just, remove the veils. So get naked. Just keep getting naked. Just keep taking layers off until you're naked. And then, we're all naked. And then the fun begins. Metaphorically, obviously, not all the time, but, metaphorically speaking, naked, means authenticity. And, that aspect of having fun with removing your layers is enjoying your life as you're becoming more and more authentic. Remember to have fun. Shelter. My God, shelter keeps coming up. I even saw a beer tonight called Shelter. Skelter. Sherry Tell. The L test. Full moon. I'm getting the ibis bluebirds there. I might have to read that one. Shelter. Alright, so feminine, inner child, pureness, beauty, being watched over, wisdom. Right, I'm getting that's actually the cycle complete full moon where you've rebirthed yourself anew and now holding that baby in your arms in a really yourself, holding your dream at the end of the cycle, like the death rebirth type thing. That is like cycle completion. But I'll read what the book says with that one. Mystery full moon. We've got 3 full moons and the sun and moon. That's a treble full moon. And that was a blue full moon. 3 moons, 3 full moons. What does it mean when you have 3 full moons? No, it's 2 full moons in a month. Sure, mystery, full moon number 5. Lady in red, roses. It's kind of like Hathor vibe there. But I will see what the shelter one. Providing yourself shelter. I relax in the warm comfort of the moon mother. Hide, conserve, purify. Dear wild moon child, when unexpected challenges arise, ask Mother Hanwi to guide you home. You're being called to return to your spiritual hiding place, an energetically powerful place where you feel safe and protected. This will often be somewhere in nature that sings to your spirit. Amongst the beauty of the trees, flowers and birds, you are nestled in the warm bosom of Goddess Hanwi. Her reassuring hug encircles you. She encourages you to appreciate where you are in life right now. Be grateful and trust in the universal plan for your bright future. Every step in your life prepares you for the next one, so be reassured where you are now is preparing you for your next adventure. It is up to you to bloom where you are planted. To truly blossom, put away your cares, rest, build up your strength, and realign to your still center and solid core. Preserve your precious energy and save it for meaningful moments that sing to your soul. Focus on the beauty around you and witness the flowers of optimism unfurl in your flourishing garden. Bloom through the crevices and cracks to grow towards the radiant moon and sunlight. This card may also mean a happy move is on the horizon for you. This could be a new home or workplace. Either way, an exciting venture awaits you. Step into this fresh phase with gusto, like the perpetual cycle of the moon. Change is inevitable, but growth is optional. Grow through the seasons to flourish and flow. Follow the path of least resistance to find your rhythm and dance with the moon and stars. Go where you feel most supported and appreciated for your unique contribution and quirky personality. Your soul-aligned community will resonate with your innate essence. Love-minded souls celebrate each other's success and lift each other up in times of need. Your people are out there and waiting for you. That's beautiful. We've got some pros here. Feathered blue of magics, peer in folds in fervent light, child of deep spring fields aglow, reach keeper's ardent watch, embracing stones of cobalt, shine untainted and of moon, revealing secrets, suckled full in love's and vivid reach, eyes closed, enchanted soul of charms in scented airs beknown, feeding heart of richer sight, be heard of nature's soul, in harboured own and nurtured, held in love, the core of you is one. Interesting. I'm just being called to look at the beauty page. I'll have a quick look. Ablaze with golden rays of light, my star quality shines bright. Learn the art of sharing your authentic and true essence wholeheartedly with others. Authenticity is beautiful. Mayari. Goddess Mayari exemplifies the divine feminine as a powerful force which guides the soul to soar. She will help you tap into your full potential, ignite your passions and bring them to light. She is the enchantress who captivates the beauty of the glistening moon and stars. Artist prose, lingers grays of sensuals brush, hypnotic veils allure, ethereal waves, tides blush and full in regal imperial grace, seductions weave of moon, of primal, of wild in flame, sheer folds they coil and wind in delicious magic's wake. Sacred fires bare and round ignite in lust and curve. Upon thee thine freedom of taste of thrills, devoted blaze of passion's embrace in bask of glory's song, sweeps the celestial keen through you and yours, bewitched till you are beauty reborn. Poetry. Alright. Mystery. I embody my unique, captivating charm. Allure, discover, unveil. There's some unveiling going on. Open to the mystery of magic. Embrace your true nature and authentic essence by shedding the masks, roles, and obligations that no longer align to your current truth. Like attracts like, love attracts love. Follow your heart's desires, interests, and creative gifts to cultivate genuine happiness. Happy people are way more magnetic than people forcing themselves through life. Doing even a bit more of what you love every day can help you feel more intimately connected to life, Bring into line everything that matches your divine potential and watch the magic happen. This is a little spell chant. I walk my sacred path, embracing my inborn magic, a place where I am alive with the mystery of the moon. Waves of moonlight wash away anything that conceals my oneness with the divine. In mystical ecstasy, the illusion of separation softens and dissolves. I emerge renewed. The moon guide for the mystery is Alua. Goddess Alua reminds you that your divine connection and sacred roots are born from the Mother of Creation. Through spiritual unity with Alua, you enter the heart portal within yourself where you can activate, initiate, and reawaken your connection to moon magic. Okay. Illumination. I don't want to let him feel left out, so or her. It must be a her, honey. The moon goddesses. Oh no. It's the sun. I'm open and willing to receive clarity. Shed, extend, radiate. My God, we're like definitely shedding our layers. Like it's all about that. Profound spiritual awakening catapults your personal growth. Your new enlightened perspective expands your wisdom and awareness to encompass a wider, more infinite sense of reality and soul unity. You are no longer filtering everything through your ego and just focusing on your own self-interest. Instead, you have an intuitive awareness of oneness, consciousness, and the interconnection of all life. The radiant sun goddess soul, ignites your spiritual ascent. A light bulb moment enlightens you to the truth. Keep your spiritual sight and heart wide open as a significant realization is being revealed to you in a clear vision. This new understanding awakens you to the crux of the situation. Core values. Ageless, she's, they, forever burn, sisters reshaping in endless fire and ice, striking fingers and lapping flames, seer and seer, scorching passions of furtherance, flare untethered, yet shrouded moon of night, never dousing revolution's tongue, centers vast of inferno's core, power consuming, discarded airs in transformation's kiss, hearts ablaze, shines eternal, eclipse of shadowed, obscured no more, shimmering into enchanted alchemy of self. I mean, that's it. Like, I tell you what, like the cocoon melting process of the awakening doesn't often feel like that amazing, like that, but there's definite parts like that, and there's definite parts where you feel like you're literally doing the unveil dance, like you feel that empowered, beautiful, amazing, in touch with everything. It's definite one aspect to it, and I guess as what I was saying, it's definite, like it pays to remember that side of it when you kind of are having a moment, like, you know, when you're in the transition phase, like you go through those bliss moments and then you kind of go down the drain again, and you go into like the darkness of the transition phase, but I guess it is always handy to remind yourself that of the other aspects to it. Like, don't get lost in the serious painful side of it, like that you are allowed to break out and grow your wings, let them dry off and fly away. You are allowed to be the butterfly. You do not have to continue to melt in the cocoon. You can actually let yourself dry off, unfurl the wings and fly. You're allowed to be a butterfly. You were born to be a butterfly. Simple as that. And be proud of those beautiful wings, how whatever beautiful patterns emerge on them, they are unique to you, and be proud of them. Yeah. Temple, another full moon. We got 2 lions and a beautiful angel. Her wings have dried off. Yeah. It's just like, to see her hands there, it's like she's like, okay, here we go. And up. Like conducting the orchestra, or just saying, come on, it's time to go. Let's do it. So in that poem I read at the start, it just popped into my head again, because when I was writing it, I kind of got the flagged to talk about the metaphor, because I haven't yet. So I talked about wearing the faded jeans. What was it? An ass scene in faded jeans, ripping it up like an Egyptian. So I'm just going to talk about like my faded jeans metaphor. So basically, I guess the metaphor, wherever it comes from, it came. I pictured Archangel Michael in like faded jeans, as in, you know, like Christian grey, like 50 Shades of Grey faded jeans, you know, like those. Well, not exactly, not that Archangel Michael is going to do the whole 50 Shades on me, but what I'm kind of getting at is that, like, you know, for example, you know, the perfect pair of faded jeans, like, you know, those old ones where you can't buy a pair of faded jeans, even if you like pay like hundreds of dollars for the perfect pair of faded jeans. It's never compares to the pair that you've perfectly faded through wear and tear, and you know, like endless washings and wearing, and that it's just like faded perfectly to you. It fits perfectly, you know what I mean, like the perfect pair of faded jeans. And what I got was like, it's like a what's the word, like you've earned those jeans. And that's why I kind of got like, I picture the angels wearing the sexiest pairs, perfect pairs of faded jeans. I even actually had a vision. This is why I'm bringing it up, because I actually had a vision of the angels, Archangel Michael, walking down a catwalk just in fucking beautiful faded jeans, like ripped, like really kind of, you know, whitewashed, like from where, you know, like, you know, faded jeans, like good ones. Like, you imagine like just a sexy ass man walking down the catwalk with just a pair of jeans on, bare feet, wings. And this is like the metaphor that came through they were having a bit of fun with me with this metaphor. I think that's why I got the vision. They were kind of rubbing it in slightly, showing off. But yeah, so basically you can't fake it. So, you know, I was saying, like, you could go out there and try and buy the perfect pair of faded jeans to look like they've been perfect, you've worn them in, you know what I mean? It never works, like, not like you doing it. And this is the metaphor of an angel, like someone that has done the fucking hard yards, has worn those jeans over and over again. They've gone through the ringer, they've gone through the wash, the freaking cycle a million freaking times. They have like done a whole ton of work in the yard in those jeans in order to get, you know, they've just been worn over and over and over again, and, you know, dedicated wearing, and then proudly walking the catwalk in those jeans. And you know, that look is just like, it's just perfection. And anyone that is a jeans person that just loves a good pair, especially a man in a pair of faded jeans, I mean, you know, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and this is what it is. I mean, it takes effort and dedication, and it does take a long time, many years, to wear in a pair of jeans. You know, we're talking Levi's, hard, durable jeans, strong. They're not gonna freaking fall apart. None of this elastic bullshit that you get now. I'm talking about, I just got man's jeans. I'm going like Levi's, like thick, hardcore. They're going to last you for freaking ever. But it also takes a really long time to get those brand new navy freaking Levi's to a pair of like whitewashed, ripped, stunning, fit your buns and thighs like a bloody, you were born in them, you know what I mean? It takes a long time. And I guess, you know, dedication, devotion to those jeans, to get, you know, to get the end result of the perfect pair of jeans. And that's what my, you know, the ass, seeing that ass in those faded pair of jeans, worth the wait. I mean, how good do you feel when you put on the freaking perfect pair of jeans? I'm also getting, when I wrote that, because, you know, like ass seen is like hindsight ass seen, but I'm also getting like ass seen in is like, is that a scene, a scene? Yes, scenes, or the assist. I can't think of the Assassins. Anyway, I'll move on. I know, like, whenever I channel, like, most of the time, like, I write it and I post it straight away, and I try not to overthink or try and work out, because like the more that I read what I channel is like there's like secret meanings and metaphor amongst metaphor, and I write it and I channel it, and I haven't even tried to puzzle it out. I do know that there are multiple meanings and multiple ways to interpret almost each line, and you know, yeah, anyway, that's kind of like, I don't know, my little journey with my channeling, whether I know like some of it's coded for me. I know a lot of it's coded for the general public, but I also as like insight, but I also get the feeling that there's other stuff in there that it's like hinting at little hidden gems that just waiting for the person to like figure it out. But it would do like I puzzle on enough shit that I don't even try and puzzle what I channel out. Yeah, I mean, maybe one day someone else will. I don't know. Alright, so we've talked about removing the veils. Definitely we're stripping back the layers, we're becoming more authentic, getting down to the nitty-gritty. The life review while you're still alive is the perfect way to really get stuck into your awakening journey. Just constantly, you know, review why you're here, why from every angle. Why would you be here? Why would you have chosen this? You know, what can you get out of this? Blah blah, like, you know, the typical life review at the end of your life that you imagine that life review would be. Do it for yourself constantly until you have removed all your veils, all your layers, until those pairs, you know, of jeans, that pair of jeans is artfully, masterly crafted to your ass and sexy as hell. That, you know, that is when you've done the hard yards. Okay, what are we going to do now? Should we go with the sun and the moon again? I'm getting the sun and the moon's been coming through a lot to these ones. Gods, goddess, and gods. Ooh, Quadesh. She goes perfectly with my last video, sexual wisdom. So basically, I'll read it. I mean, if you watched my last video, I think it was my last video, yeah, it was all about becoming the muse, for becoming your own muse and understanding, embracing your musiness, and kind of, you know, like embracing that and understanding the muse aspect of masculine feminine dynamics, and like the beauty and power of that, what the feminine can do for the masculine, what the masculine can do for the feminine, you know, what all of us can do for each other in a muse inspiring sort of way. And you know, I talked about the I'll read this, and this is kind of what I talked about. So Kadesh, sexual wisdom, embrace intimacy, celebrate your sexuality. Kadesh is an ancient Egyptian goddess of sacred ecstasy. Her origins are in the Canaanite religions of ancient Levant. In the Middle East, her name was Kadushu, which means holy one. It's said that in Levant, the cult of Kadesh involved recreating the rite of sacred marriage. Priestesses called Kadasha, holy or pure ones, may have been sacred prostitutes, women who offer sex as a sacrament or sacred feminine healing act. In Egypt, she rode naked on the back of a lion, holding a snake, a lotus flower, and a papyrus plant. Kadesh possessed great knowledge of sexuality as an expression of the divine. This card signifies a time of sexual healing and new experiences of intimacy. Kadesh can activate your intuitive wisdom about sex as a sacred, nourishing force. She says the easiest way to access your sexual spiritual knowledge is to tune into your body. Be still and become aware of your breath. If you can, place one hand on your heart area and the other on your belly, or simply focus on the sensations of your body. Imagine your sexual energy as a spark of light flowing through you. Ask yourself, what does my sexual wisdom want me to know? Maybe you want to be more sexually expressive and creative, or do you need permission to experiment with being polyamorous or celibate, for example? It could be that sexual blocks or trauma are coming up for healing. I'll lead you to the right support. Offer up all your desires and wishes about the sacred erotic to me. Let me bring you all the sensual pleasure you deserve. Additional meanings. Explore sacred ecstasy rituals. How sex connects to the divine. Work with a sex therapist or relationship counselor. Communicate your sexual needs to your partner. Invocation. My sexuality is natural. I am worthy of ecstatic pleasures. It's kind of been coming through a lot, quite often recently with the desires, needs, embracing our animal natures, feeling wild and free, sensuality, the feel good vibes, and the ecstasy that masculine, feminine, or any relationship, like intimate union, any union, sexual union, like what conscious partnership, I'll say. Conscious partnership and the relationship with the divine. I was literally, I had this thought, because I've had so many blissful moments with me connecting, just me and the all, and and experiencing those powerful, blissful feelings. The heartfelt just connection, like amazingness, so amazing. And the only other thing that compares to it is being with my my last partner type thing, on that conscious conscious beautiful exchange, and I had this thought just like yesterday or the day before. It's like literally it's the same place, it's the same essence, you know, I'm not talking about the physical pleasure, like the physical pleasure of being with your partner, but the ecstasy behind the physical pleasure, like, if that makes any sense to you. But that is the same place as being fully connected to the more. And that is why the sensual arts, the sensual wisdom, Tantra, African, you know, all that, why that is such a beautiful, important tool and portal to the divine, to awakening, to the greater connection. Because it is like when you are with your, you know, and this is when I had my massive awakening. It was when I was like literally with my partner at the time. You know, like the twin flame dynamic, like it opened a portal for me, and like there was like no going back. It's like a pathway, it's a pathway to healing, a pathway to living a more authentic, pleasure, joy-filled life, and connecting and exchanging, like merging those connections and energies, and it's like, it's insanely powerful. So like denying, like, to be fully awakened, you can't deny any aspect of self, because then it's not authenticity, and you've got to be purely, you really have to be balanced and whole and authentic. You really got to be the full you. And I feel, you know, like, I mean, this is my opinion, but I really feel like we have to embrace our, you know, a lot of people call it the baser instincts, the animal, you know, instincts, your animal natures. But I mean, the animal natures are a beautiful thing if you're going into it in a conscious, beautiful way, as a connection and a empowerment, just embracing your sensual, sexual needs and expressions and desires. Like that's your creativity, your power to create, to be the full you. You know what I mean? So like that is a definite aspect, and it's a big one. A lot of people have massive blocks in that area. A lot of people really shut that area down, or a lot of people have massive blocks and trauma, or we'll just say blocks, because a lot of it anyway, a lot of people don't have a healthy relationship with that center, thoughts, feelings. Anyway, you can probably know what I'm kind of getting at there. But so, you know, a part of the awakening journey is to, you know, fully embrace every aspect of yourself, every one of your colors, and, you know, the ability, like each center has healing ability. And, you know, when two people join, we join at the pleasure center, the creation center, and, you know, that becomes, you know, when two combine their pleasure centers, you know, their systems combine, and like it's just double the power of this energy. And if you're conscious, heart open, your pleasure center is open. So if you're fully open and come together with a fellow, you know, your loved one who is also open, like it's amazing. It's amazing, and it's able to just shatter everything that is not you. The power of you know, using that to heal each other, you know, and the energy that it creates. I know without a doubt that you know, this aspect of our bodies and our natures had, when I met my, you know, last my, you know, twin flame in my eyes, you know, us coming together literally blew me right open, like right from the start, like shattered all my blocks that I just started, like had no choice in the matter, that I just started healing dramatically, quickly. My, you know, my you know, like my heart, my mind, and my pleasure center, like my relationship with myself, my relationship with my body, and my expressing my sensuality and my needs, and like it's like it just shattered the shell of what was holding me back previous in my entire life. And this is the healing ability of the sensual sexual wisdom, what is possible. And I know without a doubt that it works, even if you're not aware of it. When the right person comes along and you've done some work on both of yourselves, and your heart open, mind open, and passionate for each other, some amazing freaking stuff can happen, and it's fucking amazing. Yeah, Aphrodite. Should I leave it there or get one more? Alright, I'm gonna finish with one of the Divine Masters. See who wants to come out. Some final words. We've got Lady Portia. Overcoming limitations, karmic release, let go of the need to be right. And the Divine Director, trust the process, create space for divine order to unfold. I'm just going to read what Lady Portia has to say. Lady Portia's name means doorway, and she is the spiritual embodiment of justice. As the twin flame of Saint Germain and one of the keepers of the violet flame, a divine energy that can be invoked to aid transformation, she is working closely with light workers to help them overcome low vibrational energy and bust through any blockages that are stopping them from doing their great work. In her many incarnations upon earth, Lady Portia often found herself in positions where she was a voice of justice and balance. Now she can help us uncover past karma and understand the patterns we may be experiencing now in order to unlock lessons and overcome setbacks. Her presence is powerful yet angelic. you are guided to let go of the need to be right or to prove your point. It may be hard to hear, but it's time to right your own wrongs. The universe wants you to be free. You have the opportunity to make up for past injustices. To do this, you have to be honest and see the parts of yourself that you avoided in the past. This will enable you to be supported, guided, and abundant in the future. Radical honesty, that kind of come through a little bit today. Like, you need to be radically honest with yourself. Open heart. Just take responsibility for your own wrongs and rights. You know, for your own needs, your own wants, but also, you know, obviously your own mistakes. You know, taking responsibility for that, but also, like, if you want something, it's up to you to get it. And it's like the radical sovereignty, honesty, like go out there and get it. If you want it, you get it. And overcoming the limitations that keep stopping us from working out our, you know, to remove the layers, like, you know, but there's also, it's like, you know, this is what we've got to do, right? Like, it's like we have to remove all the layers that we don't want, that aren't us, like, to strip ourselves back and take responsibility for where we are and what we're doing and everything in our life. Like, we take responsibility for our life. It's our life. And, you know, when you're getting to that point, you know, you've got to, like, heal all those aspects of yourself, work out who you are and what you've, you know, where you've come from, who you are, what you've done, what you want to do. And then once you've done that, then it's like you strip yourself back. Now you've got to build yourself up. So it's that accountability and responsibility. Do the healing, find yourself, become empowered, but, like, it doesn't stop there. Like, the next step is to, you know, live that life, go after what you want, yeah, and you know, a lot of it, I was just kind of getting, a lot of it is like really accepting, yeah, a lot of the time, like, you know, forgive yourself for getting it wrong, for you know, for realizing you've made a mistake, and also getting to the point of, like, learning how to be humbled and humble about how you go through your life. That one's kind of out of left field compared to what I was talking about, but maybe it means something for someone. And the Divine Director, trust the process. Create space. Alright, so let go of the need to be right. So, you know, if you're focused on just one way of something happening, like that, you know, that you have to, that, you know, you're stuck on that, you can't, you know, you just want it a certain way, or it has to, you know, you can't accept that it's something different to what you thought, like you want to be right. Like letting go of that, and that's part of that kind of being humbled and learning to be humble and just go with the flow, and not know exactly what's going to happen. It is like that leap of faith a lot of the time, without knowing what is going to happen, but taking it anyway and trusting that process. Then no matter what, like, you know, you will learn along the way anyway, but you do have to take the first step. And by doing that, by kind of letting go, like taking the step, like releasing the need to know exactly where you're going, it's like you've opened the void in order for something to come in that it wants to come towards you. But if it's like if you're like squeezing through this door wanting to see exactly what's coming, you're not letting you're not opening to let what wants to come in. It's like you're just peeking through, you know, the hole in the door, trying to see what's there, and not wanting to open the door until you actually see what's through there. But, you know, it's the actual backdraft from when you open the door that it will come. You know what I mean? Like nothing will come to that door until we open it. So there's no point like peering through the keyhole, peering through the little thing or through the crack, and, you know, waiting to see what's there and not actually making a move. The universe will meet you when you're ready to open the door and make space for it to come. That is when what is for you will come. It is like, you know, yeah, it's like that kind of thing where, you know, you're sitting at the restaurant waiting for your meal, and as soon as you go to the toilet, like you've made space, the meal comes. And that's what this kind of idea is like if you just continually wait at the door, like you're ready for the next thing, but you're wanting it to come to your door without you making any steps. It just won't come. So as soon as you put that energy in it to walk to the door and open it, let the fresh air in, and, you know, step outside, making space, dedicated movement to what you want, and trusting whatever's out there, whatever is coming to you, like you're going to meet it. Like at that moment, that's when it can happen. And that is, you know, that's the faith. That's the faith that you got to have, to really, you know, make the big changes in your life. Like it's literally it's the team effort. Like, you know, meeting at the borderline, like you do this and then this happens, you do this and then this happens, you do this and then this happens. But if you just stay here, it's just this, you know, it's the give and receive, the give and receive, the give and the receive. And yeah, and that's the interplay, the exchange, because like you taking the step, you making space, you trusting, having faith, and taking the leap. What was I going with that? That's like your gift, and then you get gifted back. Like it's an energetic exchange. So whatever, it is kind of like meeting like. So, you know, trust, love, faith, movement, like a promise, like a gift, a step forward. You know, with open heart, open mind, dedication, like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's the coherence, it's the frequency of what you're bringing when you take that, you know, that step, and that's what, you know, that's when the divine director sends the postman your way, and, you know, meet you at front gate type situation with maybe exactly what you never thought that you needed, but always, you know, which is perfect for you. Like, you couldn't have ever dreamed of having something like that, but once it's there, you realize it's exactly what you would have wished for if you knew it was possible, you know, something like that. Like, and that's why being open-minded and not being stuck on one particular version of your dream reality, just, you know, try and be open. Because then you just might be blessed with something even more amazing than you could have ever previously thought possible. Got there in the end. Yeah. So I'll leave it there. Yeah, trust the process. And I hope something amazing comes your way when you open that door. Me too. Yeah, have a good one.